calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Cards, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So for Trevor Lawrence, listen, the hype, the buzz, whatever you want to call it, it just surrounds this guy. One of the most highly regarded draft picks of the last decade or two. What do you think defenses are going to throw at him here in his rookie season?
Well, I think all the edge rushers can't wait to get a shot at him, especially his rookie year, because they want to see if he can handle the pressure when they come at him. But I think defensive coordinators, they know that he's well-schooled and he's very intelligent. They want that pressure on him. They'll throw those normal blitzes, but they also want to throw combo coverages in the secondary to see if he can read them.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On first down, Lawrence. That's caught by Hollister. Escapes the defender. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. Robinson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
DJ Chark, a Pro Bowler and a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019, saw his numbers dip a bit last year as the Jaguars cycled through some quarterbacks. He's happy to have Trevor Lawrence in town and accepts the pass from him there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second and 7. This thrown quickly out to Jones. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they did.
On third down, Lawrence. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
It's fourth down. Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Jags, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Well, there was nothing open down the field, so give him credit for his patience and not forcing it. Showed a lot of confidence in his big man to just swing it out to the fullback, and they got some good yardage out of it.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Murray. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Lawrence. Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Chenault. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead grows to 10-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down to the 40-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Well, this defense for the Cards, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A quick throw complete to Chark. Lawrence to Chark, 1st down, Jacksonville. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Murray now on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Robinson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try the left side. It's Robinson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Lawrence to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020. He expects that to continue in 2021.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the 1st.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? When we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They go play action with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This complete to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That ball complete to Isabella. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Murray. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Murray now. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That goes for a gain of 31. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Murray now to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And there's a first down catch there by Andy Isabella, now in his 3rd season out of UMass. Used a bit more in the passing game last year than he was as a rookie in 2019.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Murray. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams there to make the grab. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Back 22, back 22.
Hey, high 7.
Back 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now.
Here's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Hey, team 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence flushed out right. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Complete to Jones. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Murray. He gets it complete to Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 44, Murray. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, Murray. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Second down and goal. Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
16. Cardinals 14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the counter. It's Robinson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is up to 5. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. That's caught by Hollister. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
2 yards, good enough for a first. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Arizona.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Murray. It's complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 45 on second down, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Murray again. On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and he's taken down inside the 30. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Robinson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's Robinson again on second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jags, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.